Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Stars Themselves. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Loki Season 2, Episode 5, titled Science Fiction. Science/fiction. I have no clue what to expect in this episode. I'm so glad that I have not been spoiled. We ended last episode with a crazy cliffhanger that's like impossible. The loom exploding, all the timelines doing whatever they're doing, the TVA imminently about to be destroyed, everyone about to die. I'm wondering if this is like a moment where Loki or Loki and Sylvie have this moment of like realizing their power, because like Thor had that moment in Ragnarok where he was like just at the end of his rope. He didn't have Mjolnir and he was just stuck and being beaten by the Hulk, of course. And then suddenly in that moment where he was at his lowest and he saw his dad and all that stuff, he realized he has the power of Thor even without Mjolnir, and he's way more powerful than he ever thought that he was. So he's got like this lightning and his eyes glow and he can fly and all this stuff, and he doesn't even have Mjolnir. This might be a moment where it's like the end of the road, wit's end, no hope from here, and then Loki or Loki and Sylvie are just gonna like use their powers somehow in a way that they didn't know that they could and avert this disaster somehow. So I don't know how that would even work. I don't have any idea, but that's my theory. I think that would be really cool. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they will rewrite the timelines. Maybe they'll somehow go back in time and fix things. I'm super excited to see what happens in this episode, how they fix this stuff, what the implications of the loom exploding and all the timelines being potentially destroyed even means for the whole of the MCU. I've got my cappuccino, which unfortunately is not warm anymore, because I've filmed a couple reactions before this and they were like trailer and whatever reactions. I wanted to save it for Loki, and now it's cool and it's in a non-microwavable cup, so I just gotta deal with it. Also, it is technically a cappuccino. It's like the correct size for it. It's 6 ounces. The amount of microfoam in this is more along the lines of a latte, so I didn't really get quite the cappuccino experience I was hoping to make. But, you know, I tried. And it's a fall cappuccino because I put maple spice syrup in it and a little bit of cinnamon on the top. Anyway, I am just going to dive right into it because I'm talking too much. So let's do it. Oh, also, quick heads up. I injured my head and I injured my toe. I got an x-ray of my toe. It's not fractured. It was a really bad injury, really bad jamming incident, if you want to call it that. But not fractured, not broken. Good thing. Secondly, I did get a mild concussion, so I'm still recovering from that. I still have a lot of neck pain and a lot of headachy pain, and my eyes have been kind of half-masked ever since it happened. I've been a little bit more absent-minded, so I might miss things. I might kind of stumble over things or lose track of my thoughts, and yeah, I might be distracted by some head pain, so just letting you know ahead of time. Okay, let's do this. Hey, interrupting for a second. I don't know what that was. I do offer memberships on this channel, so if you're interested in that, if you're interested in full-length reactions or just interested in polls to help me decide what to watch next, definitely consider becoming a member. I have a link in the description. If you can't find the join button, you are welcome to join if you would like to. Now, back to the video.
Jet skis, calling your name, Mobius?
I don't know about calling, maybe gently whispering.
It's interesting they highlighted that scene again with the jet skis. I wonder if we're gonna see Mobius's real past in this episode. This is really good. Would have been better when it was warm, but it's good.
Just too high.
What did we do wrong?
Great music. What do we do now? Oh, of course, it's the intro. Yes, Loki? Hello? Is it all reversing? Oh, he was crying again. He's been crying so much this season. I'm loving this. Oh, is he like frozen in time or something? No, things are still moving, so he's not. Okay, the light is dimming. No one's there. I wondered. Okay, so he's somewhere else right now. Time's probably gone all wobbly. Has he gone back in time? Oh, I'm loving this sound design. It makes me feel like I have to whisper. I love it. Oh, beautiful shot. This has like a Andor kind of vibe right now for some reason. Loving that.
Failsafe mode initiated.
He's time slipping again?
No. This is not happening again!
Maybe that's a good thing. Ouch. He is time slipping again. Interesting. Did we ever find out why he was time slipping in the first place at the beginning of this? I don't think we did.
Hello?
Is that Casey? No. Who is that? Okay, this is fantastic. Because if he's time slipping, then maybe he can get back in time and he can fix this, which is actually what my mom's theory was. But I didn't think she was right because he was done time slipping. They fixed it, so I thought she was wrong, but she's a smarty pants. Time slipping. Bye. No. Oh. Okay. Never mind. Oh. That's him again. Oh! Oh, that's what just happened. Oh, wow. Oh, that is creepy. Oh my gosh. That is, oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Oh no, that's really gross, actually. Ew. Oh my gosh. That's super creepy. Ew. Also, I think in the first episode I said this intro was different. I am not sure if I was right now, actually. This might be the same intro as the first season. I know it was similar, but I don't know if it was exactly the same or not. Wait, is that Casey and X5?
Come on!
Okay. He's time slipping there too? He's time slipping outside of the TVA?
Casey! Thank God you're here. Is everyone here?
He doesn't know him. This is probably him before he was taken. This is probably original Casey. I mean, it's a branch timeline, so it's not original, but...
How'd you get here?
How did I get where?
Alcatraz.
What?
Wait, Casey is a prisoner of Alcatraz who escaped? And that was how he became a variant, maybe? One of them saw that, right?
Come on!
They think that nothing of this in 1962? Oh, is Sylvie gonna be there? It looks like her era. Oh, but he's gone again. Oh yeah, that shot was in the trailer. I didn't even think about how we hadn't seen that yet. Wow, this is really cool. But it's so weird that he's time slipping to different timelines now, not just to the TVA. Time theater. Wow.
Good cast on here for you. It's gonna help you
Yeah,
heal
so we're
nicely,
seeing
but you're
all
gonna have
of
to wear it
their-
for 6 weeks, okay?
Their lives on the timeline, or on the branch timelines, or wherever they came from. Which means we are gonna see Mobius! Oh! I think there was a clip in the trailer of Mobius selling a car in the background, or selling a jet ski or something in the background, where he time slipped in, so maybe that is actually what people were rumoring it to be. Sorry to talk over this. This is really cute. I'm like trying to wrap my mind around everything that's happening. So he's not just time slipping anywhere in timelines. He's time slipping to where all of these people from the TVA are. Yes! Mobius and his jet skis! Oh my gosh! Look at him go!
Nothing but open water in front of you.
Don, your son's calling on line 3.
Tell him I'll call him back.
Oh, he is selling jet skis. He's a jet ski salesman. Oh my gosh. In 2022. Interesting.
Well, they say the personal watercraft is kind of the thinking man's dirt bike. Ready for your Poseidon moment? Jump up on this bad boy.
I'm good.
I love this. Oh, this is awesome. I love the visuals in this episode. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite one so far.
How could he not get up here, Dale?
He's gonna put the pieces together with the jet ski, right? He's gotta. It looks like he already is.
Oh, yes. Every day of the week except Sunday, 9 to 5.
Oh.
The TVA is gone.
I think you mean
Loki,
ATV.
can't you realize that these are all not the people that you know at the time that you know them? No, they're all from their timelines.
Single dad. Give me a second.
Wait, he's a dad. I didn't even. Oh my gosh, I heard that earlier in the scene, but oh my gosh, he's a dad. They took him away from his kid, and he's a single dad. Oh my gosh.
Don't think I've ever seen this one before. It's really good. He's one of the greats.
Oh, it's Ouroboros. Oh. Speaking of Ouroboros, I didn't know the snake eating its own tail was called Ouroboros, but makes a lot of sense now, and also makes me curious about him, because there's been a lot of bootstrap paradoxes around him, and I wonder how much of a bootstrap paradox he is.
I told you to stop putting your sci-fi books on our shelves.
Science fiction is a well-respected and thought-provoking genre.
Well, nobody buys it here.
Oh, that sucks. Man, that's so sad. Poor guy. Strangely familiar, is it not? And is he the original inventor of the TVA and Kang took credit for it?
What I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to believe.
It's a dream come true. One of my characters has come to life and needs my help.
Characters?
My most popular book of all time. I'm sure I can find your copy somewhere around.
One of his characters has come to life?
You are a writer.
Yes. I had to get a PhD to keep my day job teaching theoretical physics at Caltech. What exactly are you trying to do?
I need to go back.
I never want this show to end. Can it just go on forever?
You time travel in a place that has no time, right? That's not possible. Traveling to a place that doesn't exist anymore is equally impossible. And therefore, it's something you might be able to do.
Excellent. Yeah, makes total sense. Doesn't sound like science.
No, but it does sound like fiction.
I can't control it. I can't just...
This looks so TVA-like. That can't be a coincidence.
You keep ending up around exactly the people you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just slipping in time.
Space.
Moving
Yeah,
around in space.
exactly.
You're a better version of one of those Tampax.
Wow, he's told him so much already. How has he been here so long without slipping
It's
away?
all what and how. But with fiction,
It's why, yes. Oh, I love this so much. This is so meta, actually.
If I can't save the TVA from being destroyed, there will be nothing
Yeah.
to protect against what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now?
Yeah, just do it.
Watch time slipping end up being one of Loki's powers. How cool would that be? It's not gonna work. No. It's just like the first episode. Why does he do that when he's trying to use his powers? I love this so much.
So, this equation proposes that...
We know that electrical pulses don't initiate.
For God's sake.
Maybe the place and time you're looking for still exists, but you just don't know where to look for it. We get the band back together.
That doesn't seem very scientific.
There's so much like Doctor Who in this show.
A group of people would have a collective aura unique to that moment in time. We can read that aura. It would be like coordinates.
And we can use these coordinates to get back to that moment in time.
No. We don't have one of those Tampax you talked about.
Well, can you build one? You can build one.
I would have to invent it all from scratch. It could take a whole lifetime.
See, this is convincing me that Ouroboros started the TVA, but it's again another bootstrap paradox because Loki is coming in and telling him about it, and he has the guidebook. Oh my gosh, he is one big bootstrap paradox, just like his name. He created the TVA out of the handbook that he wrote, that Victor Timely wrote, that Loki gave him, that Victor Timely was given by Renslayer. Oh my gosh. This is becoming one of my favorite shows of all time. This is incredible. I'm loving every second of this.
We're gonna have a new rule, and that is...
Oh, he went to his house. Also interesting, his name is Dawn Yeah, he's a single dad of how many kids?
Gave you the matches.
I stole them.
No, you... Give them to me. Come on. Hand them over.
2 sons.
Hello.
Hi.
You were at the shop earlier.
That's right.
Yeah. You live around here? Did you follow me home?
Yeah, a little creepy.
Couldn't stick around back there. I was in a bit of a time crunch.
You could say that.
ATVs.
The TVA.
Are you still in the market? Because I got something I want to show you. Come here. Ordinarily, I wouldn't dream of parting with one of these beauties, but I can't ride 2 of them.
What is salesman? Oh my gosh.
A beautiful union of form and function.
Oh.
That's lovely. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not here to buy a jet ski. I'm going to tell you something that's hard to understand, Mobius.
It's not Mobius.
Mobius?
Mobius, that's your name.
I think you have me mixed up with someone else.
No, you see, the thing is, I don't. Mobius is your real name, and you belong in a place called the TVA. I'm a friend.
I know you are. I'm a friend, too.
He made the temp pad!
19 months. I had to take a break and move out when I lost my job and my wife left me.
Oh. Wow.
How did you...
Reality isn't what you think it is.
Wow.
And this isn't the life of the man I know.
I don't know who you know.
The man he knows, though, doesn't know his own sons.
You saved my life when I first arrived. You saw something in me that I hadn't seen in myself.
Are you really my friend?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
The TVA. You once told me it was the only life you'd ever known.
I sell jet skis, man.
Trust me.
How?
What about my boys?
Yeah.
You can come back anytime.
Oh, you were at the shop earlier, right?
Oh, they went back in time.
Can bring you back to any point in time. It'll be like you never left.
Okay, now I'm wondering, is this the original Mobius that was recruited for the TVA, and is Loki the one who recruited him? So much of this show is like things, it's built on assumptions that they are letting the audience make, and now they're explaining things to be different from what we thought we understood, which I am loving about this.
What were you calling me?
Mobius.
It's a pretty cool name.
It's a really cool name. Wow.
This is going to sound strange.
This is amazing. I am loving this so much. I have, in my whole life, hadn't ever found a show that I loved as much as Doctor Who, or that was anywhere near the kind of genre of show as Doctor Who, but this is hitting the spot, and I am blown away and loving it, and I don't ever want it to end because it's so much like Doctor Who, but it's its own thing. That's the thing about it. Like, it's the things I love about Doctor Who, but it's its own show, and it's doing things its own way. I love this so much.
Mobius is my space name.
Area is totally abandoned. No one's around for miles.
Oh my gosh. I'm having so many thoughts. I'm going to have to discuss them at the end of the episode. I don't want to keep talking so much. Ooh. Yeah. That's a thing.
This is going to sound strange. I know you don't know who I am.
No, yeah, of course she does. She's not like the other ones. She's a Loki variant. She never grew up here.
You do?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody else did.
Yeah, but they're not like her. Different kind of person.
I'm sorry. This isn't how I thought this scene was going to play out.
Oh, crud. Wait, did he just stop that from happening?
Okay. Get in the car.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Come with him. Things are already disappearing in this timeline. What are you doing?
They're finally back in their real lives. That's a good thing.
Mobius always said the TVA was the only life he'd ever known, and he liked it.
Never his choice to begin with, Loki.
But Mobius should have a choice now. Shouldn't they all?
Ripping people from their lives, showing them something that they cannot unsee.
I mean, I see her perspective, but at the same time, it's like, how do we fix the TVA and save all those timelines that are dying without doing this.
You don't care? I guess it's all worked out just the way you wanted it to, and you're fine just walking away. So selfish.
Of course I'm selfish. I want to live.
Yeah, so I think the only way to do that is to do this, because your timeline is already disappearing.
I want to stop He Who Remains.
No, wrong. Try again. What is it that you really want?
Yeah, good point. There is definitely something more that he really wants.
Come on, keep trying.
I want to save the TVA.
Why?
I want the TVA.
Yeah, I don't know if he even really knows what he wants, but this is really good. Great therapy session.
I want my friends back. I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, because he was before. And so much of his mischief was just looking for something real. Looking for acceptance.
I know this is hard, but your friends are back where they belong.
But without them, where do I belong?
Oh, yeah. It just breaks my heart, too, that, like, he doesn't have his brother, you know? He hasn't seen his brother in so long.
So that doodad just takes you wherever you want to go?
Within time and space?
Yeah, he's gonna steal it.
Make fault.
If you live on a river, it could be an exciting way to commute. Nice just to get out on a pond and unplug, hit that reset button.
Well, keep that in mind.
The salesman-ness never stops.
Borrow this thing for a bit.
No, you're not.
This will either cure what's ailing you or make it a whole lot worse.
We really need to work on your sales technique. Thank you.
Cool shot. Yeah, see, she can't say no, no matter how much she disagrees with it. If she keeps saying no, this is gonna keep happening. The timeline's gonna disappear. Wow. Loki, I think you're gonna have to show up real quick and pull her out of there. Wow. Wow, what an effect. Oh, he's running to save her. That's so precious. But he's also running to be saved. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta go, girl. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you gotta go. You have a temp pad, right? I think she does. It's the only way she's getting out of this. Wow. I think this was in the trailer. I didn't understand it, but... Wow. Wow. What a shot, and breaking the fourth wall. And I'm guessing this is where the episode ends. Probably. Oh, no, okay, good. Yeah, she just had to be faced with it head on because she didn't understand the consequences.
Branches are dying, but there must be something we can do.
We can go back.
Stop it from happening.
We're all here. We have all the pens, the coordinates.
We need to read the collective temporal aura of everyone in this room on the temp pad.
Oh, Casey!
I didn't take it.
You can rob every bank you like when this is done. We need that temp pad now.
Great, but I still didn't take it.
No! No! Are you kidding me? What do we do now?
What do we do?
What? What?
It was a fiction problem.
No! Oh my gosh, this just keeps getting more and more complicated.
I have to go back to see my boys.
Oh my gosh.
There's nowhere left to go.
Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do now? Oh my gosh. Can he do something?
Do you think that what makes a Loki is the fact that we're destined to lose? There's nowhere left to go.
Wait, he time slipped, right? He knows how to do it now. Yes! It's a new Loki power now! Oh, this is incredible.
I did it. I did it.
Yeah, you did!
I controlled it. It's not about where, when, or why. It's about who. I can rewrite the story.
Okay, there's no after credit scene. I am in love with this show. This is so freaking good. Oh my gosh. That was by far my favorite episode of this season so far. So good. Oh my gosh. And it was kind of like, it wasn't what I expected, but it was kind of like a Loki realizing his power sort of scenario. He got down to the root of like why he was fighting for this. And then he realized his ability to control this. And I honestly wonder if this time slipping thing is going to be something that has to be solved. Like it seemed to have to be solved in the beginning of this season. Or if this is just going to turn out to be a new Loki power that he just keeps forever, because that would be awesome. That would be so cool. And oh my gosh, to see like him really seeing like his heart and where he's coming from, and that all of his motivation in this is that he just wants his friends and he doesn't want to be alone. It's just so good because like now he has community. He has people that he cares about. He has people that care about him. And he's finally not alone. He finally is seen and loved and appreciated. And I can't even like express how much I am loving this show. Doctor Who has been my favorite TV show of all time for so long. And this is like putting Loki right here, right next to Doctor Who for me. I just never want this show to end. And knowing Marvel, I feel like this show is probably just these 2 seasons, maybe one more season. I don't know. I don't even know if they'll continue it through movies or not. You'd think that they would somehow. I hope Loki gets to go back and see some other people, but at the same time, I know he's kind of got a found family a little bit now. I just don't want this show to end because it's so creative. It's so good. Like, it's so well written and so interesting and like out of the box and unexpected and so sci-fi, but like really cool sci-fi, like the kind of sci-fi that I'm into, that's like mind-bending and confusing and layered and complex and sort of disjointed and not fully explained, and then going back and explaining those things again and then re-explaining them and then filling in other things and changing your mind about stuff and exposing things to be different than what you thought they were. It's just so good. I can't even I don't know if anyone else is as excited about this as I am, but oh my goodness gracious. I am having the best time with this show and I don't want it to end, and I wish I could watch that episode all over again for the first time because that was amazing. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this reaction and that this could be like some feeling of like living vicariously through me as I watch it for the first time, because I know that's why I watch reaction videos most of the time, is because I want to see what other people's thoughts were when they first saw it, and I want to relive that experience for myself while watching another person. And I hope that was what this was like for you guys watching this video. I know I talked a lot, but I just was so excited and this just blew my mind, and I can't wait to show my parents, and I can't wait to watch other people's reactions to this. It's so good. It's so good. I can't wait to see next week. There was something I was going to talk about earlier on, and I think it was like, so I touched on the idea of like maybe Loki going back and doing all this was him originally recruiting all of these people. But of course, it kind of seemed like it implied that isn't the case at the end when he went back to just before the TVA was destroyed. So maybe that was a false theory, but I was just thinking about all of this, and I've been thinking about this for a while, about that scene with He Who Remains where he's talking to Loki and Sylvie, and he talks to them like he knows them, and like he knows everything about them, and he knows that they're the ones that he wants to continue on what he supposedly started. It's like he knows them, he trusts them, and he's content with his own death because he knows that they are the ones to carry it forward. And that's so interesting to me. And I always kind of thought back then that it was like, okay, yeah, he knows all that because like he's observing all these timelines. Like he sees all these people and what they do and what they're up to and all that. So like he knows all the things, and he knew everything up until that one point where he didn't have the script anymore, and then it was like anything could happen. But now I'm like, how deep does that go? How far does that go? And maybe I'm overthinking it, but this show has surprised me so many times that I'm like, I don't know if I am overthinking it. I might be wrong, but it's probably going to be super complex, and I hope it is. But it just makes me think, like, you know, He Who Remains had Renslayer and Miss Minutes give the guidebook to Victor Timely, and of course Victor Timely became a big fan of Ouroboros through that, and then met Ouroboros, and Ouroboros is like, oh, I got my ideas from you, so bootstrap paradox again. And then later we find Ouroboros in this timeline, and I don't remember what his name was there, but he's this science fiction writer and also a scientist, and he's really brilliant, and his room is much like the place that he works in the TVA, and he uses the guidebook that Loki gives him to create this tempad, and he's super brilliant and able to figure all of this stuff out and make it happen. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's actually Ouroboros that started the TVA originally, and then He Who Remains took credit for it. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe all of this, like recruiting everybody, bringing them all there, maybe this, we're seeing the beginning of that war of the Kang variants that Renslayer was involved in and He Who Remains was involved in, and that they eventually won, and Renslayer and He Who Remains were talking about it, and then He Who Remains had her memory wiped, and he was like talking about winning the war and whatever, and that he had won the war. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe we're seeing the backstory of that. Maybe we're seeing just the start of that war, because this loom released all the variants, and then we had to fight them all and get them all back down, and then He Who Remains ended up taking over, then taking credit for it and erasing memories and all of that stuff, and then the whole thing kind of goes back over again as a bootstrap paradox again. That feels like a really complicated thing that probably isn't the case, and especially since the recruiting all those people that Loki didn't actually end up fully happening, because he ended up just time slipping back to the time when the TVA was destroyed. So I could be wrong, but I just keep feeling like there's so much more to the start of the TVA than we realize, and to the idea that the TVA is existing outside of time, because it's like, it feels like that snake eating its own tail thing. It feels like so much of this Loki series is that. And it just makes me wonder how much of the first season is going to come back on itself and be explained in this season in a way that we don't expect. Super complicated theory that may or may not be accurate, or maybe it'll be accurate in some pieces or not. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for listening to my ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and if you did, leave a like, leave a nice comment, subscribe, turn on the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!